Let's just jump right into ASA verification and rug pulls. What have you guys been seeing out there?
I think from what I've been seeing, and obviously this is coming from someone who, on my channel, I mainly talk, I would not to say just like the big dogs or something like that, but I do normally talk the assets that I've done enough research on that, like, I know the team, I can do a little research, find more out about them and what they're building, and usually they have a product. I think what you're seeing, and I'll even say, I know we were going to get into Opulus and its big slide we saw. But I think what you're seeing is a lot of hype before product. And, all this hype gets a lot of people excited to jump in, to invest and hope to see kind of what Opulus did at the start, going from something really low to really high. And I think that's where you get some of these rug pulls. And then, you just throw in the, oh, they're verified on Algorand, or it's got a check mark on TinyMan. So that means this thing's legit and it's going to moon. And it's just not true. I think people need to really take a second look at doing research and finding out, not only just what it's trying to accomplish, but is it really going to solve anything that we need solved, or is it just a bunch of fluff?
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
It was so bad, reading on Twitter about, I guess it was 3 rug pulls, if I'm correct, like kind of back to back. Again, what David said is the people are hyped and they don't understand how to do a proper research, and I talk about this all the time on my channel. It doesn't give the most views ever when I'm just talking real education, but those are the videos that people need to watch. It's like a checklist, like we would talk about who is the founder, are they reachable? Can we talk to the team? I got a good example like right now, like the Robinhood app. If y'all use the Robinhood app and go to the IPO access and you see all the red charts, that is the reason why you don't ape into something, right? Because it's usually going to go down until, like what David said, we figure out what the product actually is and can they, accomplish what they set out to accomplish. And that's what people don't understand. They see 10x in their mind, and that's it.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, and it's an important thing to bring up. I'm going to bring this up right here. And, Headline Crypto, they wrote, check for official Algorand verification, but do not base a portfolio decision on Algo Explorer verification. Algo Explorer only verifies that the website is accurate as specified in the ASA metadata. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that just assume that these check marks must mean that this project is relatively legit. But all it really means is that you're getting the actual token that is advertised. Because some of these tokens have 30 copycat tokens that you can find on TinyMan. So sometimes it's really hard to know, which token is actually with which project. So verification does not mean it's a good project. It does not mean that the owners aren't going to pull the liquidity. It does not mean that this project can't fail. It just means that it's the token that you're trying to get.
Right. And I mean, you even kind of like what we said at the start, Algorand just got verified on Twitter, Does that mean now Algorand's worth investing in? And before it had that check mark, it wasn't worth investing in. I mean,
Hey, unfortunately, it might actually bring in some. Well, fortunately, but unfortunate because it's just kind of dumb. But fortunately, it might bring in some people actually because a lot of people do take those check marks a lot more seriously, as we're seeing play out, in this situation. But on a much larger scale, people do take those verified check marks probably more seriously than they should.
Yeah, because when you think of verification with the Algorand Foundation, like you just broke down, it's 2 separate situations. What I was learning to do too is kind of follow the money. Like, did they also give those people money? And that's what we call accelerator. Are they in the acceleration program? Have they been given money? Another checkpoint to think about. Basically.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's just one of many things to look at in your decision making. I wouldn't, definitely don't ape into any new coin just because it just got a check mark. In fact, I mean, it seems like Loud DeFi or LoudFi, whatever it is, they kind of did that exact thing. They got verified, their token went up like 100%, and then they yanked most of their liquidity. I mean, they're given like a little sob story now, but whether it was on purpose or not, I mean, it was either malintent or complete incompetence. So I mean, either way, I totally wouldn't trust the situation.
I'll say another thing is like I think about Opolis. We talked about this I think last week, or was that last week? Weeks be flying. But we talked about this last week. It was like, do the LoudFi owners have any history of running a business or doing anything beyond this one project? And if we can't answer that question, that also puts a little caution for me.
Here's one thing I would say, and this just goes because, let's be honest, I feel like what's the age of people who are investing in these crypto projects? And like, it's probably young people. It's probably people who are Robinhood traders. It's people who are
millennials.
You're not seeing your seasoned veterans aping into these things. It's young people just like they're aping into NFTs. And I'll say this, just because an NFT has the name Algo in it, or just because a DeFi project has Fi at the end of it, or a name where it's catchy, does not make it a legitimate investment that you should put your money into. I think that's just something that, I feel like that's obvious, but when you look at what's happening and you see how many people get frustrated with these rug pulls, why would you put your money there yet? I mean, they have no product. They're telling you what they're going to do, but they have nothing, and it's yet to be seen really, and then you even see with Tiny Man, a good project and still bad things can happen. So you just can't just, it's like, the monkey who's throwing
yearly too. Like communication really is huge in this damn industry. And Yuli did the same thing, though they're verified and accelerated.
Yeah, you got people taking advice from Twitter accounts with 23 followers. People are like,
hey, well,
I mean, show their face. That's kind of a red flag for me,
right? Well, now everybody's got NFTs.
Yeah. No, 100%.
That's true.
100%. Yeah, I mean, everyone is behind a random profile picture, but still, usually, if it's a legitimate project, you can go find, LinkedIn profiles or, some sort of article written about the founder or some sort of interview given by them. If you can't find any sort of public information on a project or on a founder of a project, then you really should at least wait. Wait to see if that information comes out before you invest any money.